Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February 2021 astrology and tarot reading. My name is TESA. Welcome to my channel. I am going to be going over the planetary transits that are currently in effect through your houses. So this is based on your Scorpio, on your rising sign. And then I'm going to get into Oracle and tarot reading and kind of go from there and see where things are playing out, okay? To see the energies that are playing out a little bit more in depth according to the house and what cards come out. I've been working on my website, so I have a TESA TABOO website coming very soon. I'm just kind of trying to figure out some technical difficulties. Everything, the website is pretty much finished. It's very me, it's very creative, but I also have a blog on my website that I want to keep active regularly, and my first post is a February horoscope. I call it Tarot Scope because it's I do the horoscope off tarot. So the first post is for February, all the zodiac signs, the Tarot Scope. But I'm having a hard time figuring out this blog layout. It's really confusing. This website that I'm or this like domain company that I built my website through is a little like, I don't know, it's a little confusing. So I'm just kind of figuring that out. Hopefully I'll figure it out before February so I can put it out by February. I want to start a Facebook page for TESA TABOO and like be able to post the blog posts that I make on that page, and also whenever I do YouTube as well. So that's coming. I kind of want to show off my Pink Freud t-shirt that I got on Amazon. I used to study psychology and I'm a big Freudian. I know that Carl Jung is kind of like the it man and the popular guy, but you can't dive into collective consciousness and archetypal understandings until you get to the root, to the source of where it's all coming from. And I relate Freud to like the unconscious, the id, our instinctual drives and needs. I think that those are extremely important to understand. I think that tarot does a pretty good job at bringing those subconscious and deeper truths out into the light, out into the surface, and especially Scorpio energy does a really good job at doing that, bringing those deeper emotions, those deeper instincts, drives, the darker energies that we face, that needs to come into a higher level of understanding. It needs to come into the light, because if we continue to push those energies down, if we continue to repress them, they will manifest in very ugly ways, okay? So that is, you know, I believe in shadow work. That is why I am here. That is why I am doing YouTube, why I am doing tarot, why I'm doing astrology. I want to help people understand the different levels of who they are. I want to help people understand some of the deeper psychological, emotional, spiritual issues or things that they may be facing or going through, just to be a more well-rounded individual, a more multi-dimensional individual who can pretty much talk about just about anything and not be afraid, okay? This is about not being afraid. So, yeah. This is TESA TABOO. Okay. What else? I think that's about it. Oh yeah, okay. So getting into the transit. So we currently have, okay, so lots of Aquarius energy right now. It's not going to be until February 11th, though, that we're really going to see a high concentration of Aquarius energy, okay? So currently we have the sun in Aquarius. We have Mercury in Aquarius. Venus is in Capricorn, but Venus is going to be going into Aquarius on February 1st. Currently the moon is in Cancer, but on February 1st, the moon is going to be in Libra. And then on the 11th, we're going to have the new moon in Aquarius. And then on the 27th, we're going to have a full moon in Virgo. And then we have Mars and Uranus conjunct in Taurus. We have Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. We have Neptune in Pisces and Pluto in Capricorn. Okay. And then in February, the sun is going to move into Pisces on the 18th. And Venus is going to move into Pisces on the 25th. Okay. So what does this mean in relation to you guys? All right. So let's start with this dominant energy, the Aquarius energy currently that's taking place right now. It's transiting your 4th house of home, family, your roots, childhood, okay? Maybe relationships to your mother. A lot of astrologers will relate the 4th house to like the father, but then some relate it to the mother. I think of the 4th house a little bit more as the mother and the 10th house more as the father. But it's the energy that was more nurturing for you. Okay, so we're just going to speak in terms of energy. Okay, we're not going to speak in terms of like mom and dad. So whatever energy was nurturing for you in your childhood. So this Aquarius energy is transiting your 4th house. Okay, so it's kind of revolutionizing and bringing your home, your feelings of home life and your feelings of your past, your childhood, into more of a into a perspective of like into like a level of understanding that's a little bit more accepting. Okay, it might not be completely accepting. It might be kind of like this inner struggle to accept maybe some of the things that have happened to you. It's like it's a balance of accepting some childhood traumas together with healing it. You know, it's kind of like this energy of the pain is not completely gone, but you're not like debilitated by it. Okay, you're not like you know, you're able to channel some of those energies into something productive, into your future, into maybe creating a home life, creating a situation for your current life that is more pleasing to you and that is more homey for you or comfortable for you. It doesn't mean it's not like a little difficult emotionally, but you are still able to get through it. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we have Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house of new romance, creativity, fun, children. If you are in the midst of a creative project, if you are trying to get something creative off the ground, or if you have children, you probably, I mean, this transit has been in effect for a while now. So it's really more of just like a creative energy. It's a spiritual energy. it's like it's like a boundless energy, okay? It's more of an energy that you're not completely aware of. It's just there. It's like this current of connection. It's just this feeling where you feel connected to things in a natural way that you don't think about on a daily basis. It's not really like something that you contemplate. It's not something you obsess over. It's just there. It's just this energy of connection. Okay. It's like this underlying energy, this boundless, fluid, kind of movement that allows you to be creative with your children, or, that allows you to feel connected to a project or a romantic partner in a very fluid kind of manner. Okay. Mars and Uranus are in Taurus in your 7th house of personal relationships, partnerships, social dynamics. The way that I think of the 7th house in comparison to the 11th house, so the 7th house is ruled by Libra, and the 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. And 11th house does deal with like acquaintances and kind of a broader network of people, like networking. The 3rd house, which is Gemini, is kind of like close friendships, your lover, you know, a more like student-like environment, you know, like maybe being in class, and more intimate social dynamics. 7th house, I think of partnerships and relationships as far as like sharing resources. I also think of this as in a social dynamic in terms of like creating harmony amidst a bigger social dynamic. So whereas like the 3rd house is more of like, you know, enjoying time spent with close friends, and Aquarius is like this network where you connect with other people to reach your goals. 7th house is kind of like creating harmony and balance with, you know, like if you have a party, if you throw a party, or if you're in a larger social setting where you're around people that you're not too familiar with, and you just want to, you know, feel a sense of harmony and balance in that environment. You know, you are considerate of everybody. You're not going to do anything like crazy or something. You know what I'm like? So that's how I think of like the 7th house is in terms of social dynamic. Because Libra energy, when it comes to social situations, they just want to make sure everybody's comfortable and happy and everything is in harmony. So Uranus and Mars are both in Taurus in your 7th house. Okay, so just like, so the way that I would describe this energy is you probably are tapping in more to that harmonious kind of dynamic, you know, tapping in more to that feeling of just wanting to make sure that everyone is feeling like safe and secure in your presence, you know, because Taurus is the sign of security and stability and beauty. So I think that when you're in like larger social situations, I don't know if that's going to be true for you for February. I know like coronavirus is going up, or even if in your like close relationships or partnerships, I feel like it's just important for you to feel like people can feel safe around you and secure around you. Especially with all these like dramatic kind of changes and things that are going on, especially when we're dealing with Uranus, which is like the planet of revolution and big shifts. And then we have Mars, which is like action and war. And so if there are like maybe some social situations where people are feeling a little like edgy or on edge or uncomfortable, like you seem to be the stable, you seem to be like the stable bull, even though you're a Scorpio, like it's your Taurus, so you're kind of like the stable bull in this scenario. Okay. All right, and then we're going to talk about Capricorn. So we have Pluto in Capricorn in your 3rd house. So just yeah, like once again, changes in regards to like the way that you work with others, okay? The way that you, the way maybe you communicate your goals, the way that you communicate things related to your career, your job. So kind of big transformations in that area of your life. Okay. So that is the astrological portion of this video. I hope all of that made sense. I'll get better at this, I promise. If it seems like it was, I have like, I made this chart for my blog. So I just kind of like use pencil when I change the zodiac signs. Okay, so let's pull oracle cards. Oh my goodness. So I am using the Enchanted Map Oracle and Tarot of the Divine. Okay. Making a choice. Pisces got this as well. Into the unknown. So making a choice, it could be in regards to like a job, work. You could be receiving some communication in regards to a new opportunity. And you're not really sure. Slow and steady, yeah. So you want to take your time, okay? You don't want to jump into anything, especially because you don't really know what's going on. Into the unknown is kind of like, you know, you don't really know where this ship is heading, right? You don't know where the ship is heading. So slow and steady. There's no need to rush anything. There's no need to rush anything. Just, you know, ponder, think it over, use your intuition, whatever this choice is, whatever this decision is. I feel like it's probably in regards to a job opportunity. Where did that card go? Okay, so the first card we have Death. This is your card, Scorpio. Some kind of ending here. This is in your 1st house, so this looks like a kind of ego death, or like a death of the self. You know, instead of trying to control, instead of always trying to control the things that are happening around you, you realizing that like you need to step into that energy a little bit more intentionally. You need to step into your own power, into your own drive, like with intention, not as like this observer that's just going to sit back and watch as things move in front of them. Like you need to step into your own light, okay? You know, really establish a sense of self, of who you are, like who you think you are, how you relate to yourself, how you relate to your own ego, and bring that out into the world and into the light. Okay, Ten of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius. So this is going to be your second house of finances, security, stability. So you're feeling a little overwhelmed and burdened in regards to your stability, in regards to your security. Okay, which makes sense. I mean, you know, into the unknown. Like you don't really know where what the future holds as far as stability, and so there's a feeling of just like there's like a heaviness. There's probably some pressure, some heaviness, feeling a little overwhelmed. Not even so much overwhelmed. I don't think you're feeling overwhelmed. I think you're just feeling, I think it's just like a heaviness. I think it's just this heavy, like what are you gonna do? But this Ten of Wands represents the ending of a cycle. So I don't think you're going to be in this energy for long. And with this coming out as your first card, stepping into your own power, that alone, this energy alone can break through this. It can transform this pretty easily into light, into inspiration, into an idea, into learning something new. Okay, Page of Swords is a student, and this is going to be represented by Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, and these energies are, this air energy is in your 4th, 7th, and 11th house, or I'm sorry, and 12th house. So these houses are going to be relevant to, it's kind of like your mental process, the way that you intellectualize and process your thoughts in regards to your emotions relating to childhood wounds or deeper unconscious feelings and truths. Spirituality, the way you feel when you're alone. Okay, so like how you process your emotions, your deep emotions, and intellectualize them and bring them into like a higher level of understanding so that you can communicate it. Okay. And so you don't feel so like overwhelmed and burdened by things. Three of Coins. This is Mars and Capricorn. Okay. So there is definitely a desire to want to work with others. Okay, there's a desire to want to communicate, to want to come together, to want to maybe create an opportunity for yourself, start something new, take on a job. I kind of see this more as like communicating with others in reference to goals, plans, ambitions, and just having like an open conversation. Okay, just like having an open conversation in regards to your future. It doesn't have to be with your partner. This is like coworkers or old coworkers or people who are maybe in the same position you're in, or people who want to take action. Take action. Six of Wands, Leo. This is Jupiter in Leo. So we have Leo in your 10th house. Yeah. Okay, so these cards that are coming up very much related to your work and how you want to go about creating like victory, how you want to go about being victorious. Okay, and this is you like being a leader. Okay, this Six of Wands energy in your 10th house. This is like being an inspirational leader, being able to inspire others, using your using your creativity, using your need for action. Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer. This is in your 9th house of higher learning, long distance travel, philosophy, teaching. Okay, so this is another 3 energy. So yeah, there's definitely a desire here to work with others, you know, to kind of expand on cultural, expand on cultural, I wanted to say influence, but that's not the right word. To work together with other people within a cultural dynamic, to have fun, and to kind of like connect. Okay, so if you don't already have these people in your life, you want to find these people. You want to find the people that you can connect with on a kindred spirit kind of level, like on a like mystical level. You know, you guys are just like on the same page. You have the same kind of you have the same desire to come together despite your differences and like take part in the joy and the creative development of life, of like a project, you know. Or you could be talking to some people about traveling, you know, maybe like going somewhere in the future. Okay, so I'm going to pull one last card. We have the Queen of Cups, another Cancer card. So you're kind of like coming up as like the nurturing person in these situations. You're kind of like that source of creativity. You're that source of inspiration. You're coming up as kind of like this mother figure, like a mother energy that is going to push people and guide people forward through your heart. And it's not all like, it's not necessarily communicated. It's just like It's just something that's coming out through your heart space. Okay, it's a deeper kind of energy. It's very loving kind of energy, and it's pushing the collective forward. It's pushing people forward. You know, this is a very wise energy too, okay? The fact that this card, this Queen of Cups card, is representing your 9th house, this is very, this is an energy that is able to teach others. This is an energy that's able to really guide people in a way that is helpful to them philosophically, okay, like, and spiritually, to get people moving onto a bigger picture kind of path, to get people really thinking about what they believe, like and what they want, where they want to go in life. Whether you do it verbally or not, this is the underlying energy that's pushing that out into others. Okay, it's kind of like, this is like the Freudian energy. This is what's going on a deeper unconscious level. I hope that makes sense. Okay, this is my reading for you, and my videos are going to get better. So, peace.